Hey guys, welcome to the Driven Not Given podcast. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about the coming market crash. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's talk about the market crash. It's already happening, but it's going to get worse, right? And you know, these kind of things happen from time to time. In I believe it was 1929, 1987, in the year 2000, and the year 2008. As a matter of fact, in 2008, I remember December 2008, I was a real estate agent. I had been a real estate agent for about 4 years, and the market was great until it wasn't, until the market crashed, and that lasted a few years. So from time to time, this happens. It's inevitable, and that's coming up. I think in 2023, in 2024, there's going to be some incredible opportunities for those who are smart, those who are prepared. However, for those who are not smart and those who are not prepared, those who not watch and study information like what you're seeing here today, it's not going to be a good time for them. So let's get into it. So here's the bottom line. What you focus on grows. And what most people do, and this is just a lack of personal development, what most people do is that they're focused on the lack. They're focused on the worry. Okay, the market is going to crash, things are going to happen and whatnot. And they're focused on the recession, because make no mistake about it, we're going into a recession. So what happens is you've got to be prepared. And I'm going to get into some of these details and how you can be prepared. So one of the first things that I want you guys to jot down is, and to understand, is a 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor production or productivity. And if you're prepared, here's what happens. You'll be able to see these opportunities, and not only see the opportunities, but seize the opportunities. You guys see how I did that? You get to see the opportunities and seize the opportunities. That just happened on the fly right now, man. That was pretty cool. And here's a quote that I love by Warren Buffett. He says, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." I'll give you a perfect example. Just a year ago, people were greedy. Let me get that house. That's a $900,000 house. I'll offer $100,000 over. I'm going to buy it for $1 million, because the interest rates are low, and they were overbidding for houses that today, that $1 million house isn't even worth the original price of $900. It's worth about $850, right? I'm talking about California, right? Depends on market you're in, right? I'm talking about middle class California, right? It's now $850. Now they're $100,000 to $150,000 under. I kept telling people, I was on social media, follow me on Facebook especially, because I'm on Facebook, Instagram, I'm everywhere, but especially on Facebook, I'm saying this, and my audience on Facebook is different, right? You've got the older people, I got a lot of realtors on there, and I was saying the market's gonna crash. It's not a good time to buy real estate right now. And of course, the realtors were giving me, some crap. Because, and I get it, it's their livelihood. They make money by selling real estate. I'm not over here trying to knock anybody's hustle. However, I have a friend that was telling me, "Hey man, the interests are really low, JC, what do you think?" I said, "Listen, first and foremost," I told him what I'm going to tell you. I am not a financial advisor. I don't play one on TV. I am not giving you financial advice. I'm giving you my opinion on what's going to happen. My opinion happens to be pretty accurate on these subjects very often. So anyways, not a financial advisor. I want to make that clear. That's a disclaimer that I just gave you, okay? These days, you got to be very, very careful, man. So here's the deal. He tells me I'm looking to buy a house in Paris, California. And he lives in, close to where I live. And that's kind of far. That's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. And I said, "Listen, man, I would wait a couple years. Maybe wait 2 years. I think the market's going to turn. And here's a bottom line. When the market turns, it is much better." Think about this. This is common sense, man. It's weird because people are afraid of high interest rates and not a high debt. No. Let's say, for example, you were looking at a house. Let's keep the numbers easy. $500,000 house, right? Interest rate back then, right? Let's say a year and a half ago, interest rates were 2.5%. They were pretty low, right? 2.5% interest rate. And you're in a situation where you're thinking, okay, 2.5% interest rate, $500,000 house. Now, today, especially let's say a year from now, I predict it's going to go down another 15%, maybe 20%. Again, this is my prediction. This is my opinion. I'm not giving you financial advice. But let's say that happens. That $500,000 house goes down to $400,000, maybe $380,000. It went down 20% total, right? Since its all-time high, right? 25%. Now you bought it for 380 at a 6% interest rate. Your payment is going to be similar. It might even be slightly higher than it would have been at $500,000 at a 2.5% interest rate. But here's the difference though. You owe $180,000 less. So now for the next 2-3 years, you're paying the high interest rate, then eventually the interest rates come down, you refinance, get a lower interest rate, but now you've got that 2 or 3% interest rate on a house that you owe $380,000 instead of on a house that you owe $500,000. That is a much better situation. I'd much rather get a property that, guess what? It's worth less money, higher interest, because I could always refinance later. You can't refinance later to lower the equity, to lower the, what you owe, You can't refinance and owe less. Well, you could refinance and get a smaller interest rate. So the bottom line is that people were greedy, right? When this was happening, people were greedy. Give me the house. I don't care. I'll pay over. Give me the house. Give me the house. Give me the house. Where are they at right now? Now, granted, they got a good interest rate. That's a good part about it, but they owe a lot more, right? So during that time, personally, I was like, nah, man, I'm going to hold off. Same thing with crypto. I'm still an advocate for crypto, especially right now. I just bought $12,000 worth of crypto 2 days ago, okay? But I remember, I didn't sell it at an all-time high. Nobody sells it at an all-time high unless they get lucky. But I remember I saw the market is going to go down. All of this free money that's being given, we're going to pay for it one way or another. And most people that vote for the people that always want to give you free shit, they don't study. They don't realize that is going to get paid one way or another. And that's part of the reason why we're paying what we're paying right now, right? So I sold some of my crypto. I traded it to USDT. I said, well, the market's going to go down. Therefore, the stock market's going to go down. All markets are going to go down. That includes the crypto market. Then I'm going to go ahead and buy some crypto. So I was fearful, for lack of a better term, meaning I'm not going to be very bullish on it because I know that everything is coming down. Same thing with real estate. Same thing with stocks. So I sold a bunch of my stuff. Not an all-time high, but certainly at better prices than they are today. Now, people are fearful, and people are going to get even more fearful because the market is going to continue to go down. As the market goes down, we're going to talk about preparation. I'm going to just give you what are some of the things that I'm preparing for, what I recommend some of my close friends and family to prepare. There's a couple things you got to get right, and we're going to get into that because my goal now over the next couple of months is going to be when it comes to real estate, buy some real estate. I'm going to buy some crypto. I'm not too big on stocks, but I do own stocks. But I'm going to buy some crypto, get some stocks, but especially real estate and crypto. In a nutshell, basically what I'm focused on mainly is things that God is not making any more of. What are some of those things that God is not making any more of? Real estate, Bitcoin, Ethereum. There's a finite amount of them. Gold and silver. There's only certain amount of gold and silver on this planet. There's only a certain amount of crypto that could ever be mined, and God is not making more dirt. He's not making more land. So my main focus is the things that God is not creating any more of. So here's the deal. Let's get prepared with these things. And remember, the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor productivity. Okay? First thing that you got to get correct and you got to get right is you got to get your money right, man. You got to have some money for when the opportunities come. As of the recording of this video, 2 days ago, I saw the price of Bitcoin, $16,000. Less than a year ago, it was $50,000, $60,000. $50,000 or $60,000 less than a year ago. If you study, I've been in crypto since 2013, man. I've been buying crypto when it was $300, like under $300. I've been seeing these bull runs and bear runs. We are at a great price, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice. For me, I'm speaking to myself, we're at a great time to buy some crypto. So I bought some Bitcoin. I bought some Ethereum. I bought a little of XRP. I think XRP has the potential to do very, very well. And so you want to make sure that you get your money right. So let's elaborate on getting your money right. What are you doing right now to stack up your chips? First thing you should be doing is this. Okay, first thing, I'm talking to myself, okay? Talking to myself. I'm pretending like I'm talking to myself back 10 years ago. Here's what you should be doing, because I don't give financial advice, okay? You guys are seeing a video of me recording, talking to myself in the past. What are some of the subscriptions that you are on that you don't need to be on? You'll be surprised how many people have an HBO subscription, a Disney subscription, a Netflix subscription that they don't really need, they don't really use, okay? You should start cutting back on some of these things. Maybe you should start cutting back on, eating out so much, or whatever the case may be. Find out what are some of those things, because most people, 99% of people, they spend more money than they should on things that they shouldn't. And right now isn't the time to go out there and splurge. Right now is the time to get your money right, to stack your chips. Give me my chips with dip. You got to get your chips with dip in order, right? Because you got to get your money right, because when the opportunities come and you're not prepared, it's as if the opportunities didn't come. So number one is, don't spend so much money. Certainly don't splurge. And then also, what are you doing to increase the amount of money that you are stacking? Let's say you have a 9-to-5 job, and then you're comfortable. 9-to-5 job, come home. No. Right now is not the time. They say that you work your job from 9 to 5 and you work your fortune from 5 to 9. Right now, if you've never took on a side gig, maybe it's a network marketing company. Maybe it's a driving Uber even. Shit, go drive Uber an extra 4 or 5 days a week. Stack up an extra $1,000 per month. For the next year, even if you stack up an extra $1,000 per month and you don't touch it, then you stop spending money on some of these other things. And let's say a year from now, you've got an extra 15 G's, man. Because I think it's going to take, personally, I think that it's going to take a couple years for the crypto market to go up, also the real estate market. But let's say you want to buy some real estate. You could buy some real estate with $15,000. You get some, 3% down payments, right? And personally, I'm going to buy units, not single family residence, but units, right? Because I want to have enough tenants to where I can go ahead and the tenants pay me enough money for the mortgage to be paid and hopefully leave me some extra money. But at the same time, I am paying down an asset. So number one, you got to get your money right. And so cut down some expenses, figure out how you can make some more money. Maybe that's going into sales as well. Maybe that's working on the weekend. Maybe that's driving for Uber, joining a network marketing company, making some extra money, set some goals, surround yourself with the right people that'll help you make that extra money, because opportunities like this don't come around very often. Right now, here's what trips me out, man. Everything is on wholesale. Stocks are on wholesale, and I think they're going to go down more. Everybody's trying to buy Bitcoin, for example, when they see it going up, and it's expensive. And oh my God, I got to buy some Bitcoin. Then you got all of these bandwagon jumpers. Oh, I'm in the crypto, boom, right? I'm buying Bitcoin now when it's 40, 50, 60,000. But right now, those same people are like, oh, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, this is when you should be buying it. This is when I'm buying it. You don't get the way that we make money. We make money when we make the purchase. Because when you make the purchase at the right price, you're able to sell it at a profit. But too many people, they get more excited when Bitcoin's at an all-time high. And this, by the way, happens every cycle. Every 4 years, you see the same thing. A bunch of people jump on the bandwagon when it's at all-time highs. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But the smart money, the smart people, wait, remember, that is a time when people are greedy. Right now is the time when people are fearful. And what does Warren Buffett say? I'm going to repeat that quote. He says, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. Right now, others are fearful. So get your money right so you can make the right move. So number one is you want to get your money right. Number two, you want to get your credit high. Get your money right, get your credit high. Get your money right, get your credit high. By the way, here's a plug. Creditbrokers.com. I own that company. It's a credit repair company. You need to get your credit fixed. Hit us up. We'll go ahead and set up a free consultation, hook you up. Enough of the plug. So here's the deal. Get your credit right, because when it's time to buy some real estate, right, you got to have some good credit. So what if you stack up 15, 20, 30,000 bucks? You get creative. Maybe you got to sell some things. Right now is the time. Cash is king more than ever before. Because if you have the right cash and you got the right opportunity, not only that, we're going into a recession. There's going to be offers that were not available before. People are going to be feeling it more than ever before. Look at how much everything is going up in price. So if you've got your money right, even little things like seeing people sell a classic car, you know what I mean, at a nice price, and you can make an extra $5,000, $10,000 on that flip. Those deals are around everywhere, every time. OfferUp.com or the app OfferUp, right? So anyways, you want to make sure you're doing that. So you want to get your credit right. I'm gonna do a video specifically talking about how to get your credit up, but I'll give you a couple tips. Make sure that you guys are not utilizing more than 35% of your limits on your credit cards. That's one of the biggest things that throw people off. And obviously, the obvious things, don't be late on stuff, man. Send extra money here and there. So I'm not gonna get into those details, but you wanna make sure that you get your credit where it needs to be. So now you're focused on getting your money. Now you're focused on getting your credit. So when the right opportunities come in, boom, you go in there and take advantage. See the opportunities and seize the opportunities. And then the next thing is get your contacts right. Who are your contacts? Do you know some real estate agents? Hey, listen, man, I'm getting ready. I want to buy. You got to put it out there. Write it out. Write down your goals. Put it out there into the universe. I'm looking to buy 3 or 4 units in the next 2 years. Let me know for any opportunities. Study the market. Your contacts are also the people that you follow on social media. Are you entertaining yourself on watching reels on Instagram? Watching TikTok? Okay? Is that what you're doing the most of the time? Or are you watching information and paying attention to the market, getting a heartbeat on the market? Okay? So pay attention, get your contacts right, because what if you start working on getting your money up, you're getting your credit up, you got your contacts, and then eventually a real estate agent says, hey, listen, man, there's 4 units available. 2 years ago, they were 500,000. Today, they're 340,000. You get in for 15 G's, right? The rental itself will pay for it and leave you an extra $500, $1,000 a month passive income, and you just bought an asset. But you started getting prepared a year or 2 before, those opportunities come. See, opportunities come to those people who are ready, who get prepared. So I recommend you get those 3 things in place. So in a nutshell, to wrap things up, you got to get your money up right. Get into sales, get a side gig, get a part-time job. Start driving for Uber, whatever you got to do. Cut some of your expenses. Sell some unnecessary things. Get rid of them. Cash is king. Around times like this, people realize, hey, I got to get my value up. And if you do indeed get into sales, here's one thing that you got to understand if you get into sales. 5 M's. We went through the 5 P's. Now we're going to go through the 5 M's. More meetings mean more money. Bottom line. Okay, I'm going to do a video on the 5 P's and the 5 M's specifically. But if you are in sales, take more meetings right now than ever before. It's a bottom line. Your ratios, no matter what your ratios are, if you have more meetings and your ratios kick in, you're going to make more money. Be smart with your money. Don't go and spend money this New Year's on people that don't appreciate you, people that don't remember. Who cares, man? Don't try to impress other people. Get your money right. Get your credit up high and get your contacts in place, because around this time is right now. This may not happen for another 10 to 20 years. Opportunities like what's coming in 2023 and in 2024, maybe even 2025, opportunities like that are not going to come for another 10, 20 years. How old are you going to be in the next 1 decade or 2 decades? Right now is the time to level up. So I would highly encourage you guys to level up, pay attention, study, focus on what matters, okay, and be on purpose about it. With that being said, I'm JC Rangel. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you guys like and comment. Okay, show me some love. Share this video with a couple of other folks. And with that being said, I'll see you guys at the top or from the top. Take care.